Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the Benjinator and you're watching Let's Play Chrono Trigger. This is part 32 and we have just climbed a good section of the Terranal layer in 65 million BC. And so we just strutted past Nizbel like it was nothing. He's just kind of flexing down here and want to say hi to him again. It says Azala's in the back. Alright, well thanks Nizbel. That's very kind of you. Good to know. Wait a minute. Okay. Maybe Nizbel's got something else to say to us. Hey, what's up? Great, Nizbel was defeated here. Wait a minute, you are Nizbel. I'm confused. Okay. I guess he wants to fight us, alright. Okay, so this battle is with Nizbel too, who's got a little bit of an edge on the previous Nizbel, but one of the things that really helps to have here is Volt Bite. Not only will this disable, will put his defense down, but also what we'll see is that Volt Bite just in general does a lot of damage. So this is something that you can probably just spam over and over. As you can see, 936 damage. It's crazy. You get Frog attack as well. So this is that's something you have to watch out for, is that Nizbel will become more powerful when he attacks. And then he'll keep doing this. His defense will keep going down when you attack him with lightning, and his regular attack will go up as soon as you regular attack him until he releases the electrical charge. So that is something to keep in mind. Is it's kind of this weird balancing game where he will assert up his attack, and there will be damage released. But there is one thing that we do have which will help this along. So let me just let's just wait a sec. So Ayla and Frog can use the technique Slurp Kiss. It costs 1 and 1, and that's it. So, how awesome is that? 1 and 1 does this little cute little heart thing, and look at how much was recovered. So you can just use that whenever you are low in HP, and it'll instantly just make it better. Even though Nizbel's attack keeps going up, bit by bit, you're still in a pretty good position. So it's kind of a, in this battle is fairly straightforward. All you gotta do is use Volt Bite, have Frog attack, and pretty much just use Slurp Kiss if you feel like your HP is going down. So it's really, there's really not much to it. It's one of my favorite battles just because you get to almost see 1,000 damage done, which makes me pretty happy. I like that aspect. So there you go. Awesome. So it does take a little bit of time of chopping away, but it can eventually be taken care of. And every once in a while he does something like that. So here we go. Releases the absorbed electrical energy. This is going to hurt quite a bit. But, yeah, see, we do, of course, have Slurp Kiss, which negates this all. So, isn't that wonderful? So really, I mean, in terms of healing spells, I can't think of anything in particular that outdoes Slurp Kiss. There might be something else that is a little bit more powerful. But I don't think that there's actually a more powerful healing spell than that. And so cheap, too. I mean, 1 MP and 1 MP. That is pretty nuts. So, that's just something to keep in mind. And one of the reasons why this is definitely the best trio to have, especially in this dungeon. There's a lot of other places later on that you can get away with using other parties, and I recommend that you do. I don't want you to... I would not want any player... Oh my god, 1100. That's crazy. I wouldn't want any player to get too comfortable with one party. But definitely, as far as just your powerhouse combos go, I really do recommend these three. Frog, Ayla, and Crono. Absolutely. Some people may disagree. I mean, H.C. Bailey, for example, does not like to use double or triple text. Whereas I absolutely love them, so something to keep in mind. Everybody's got their own thing. Play the game the way you want. See, now he's dead. Wasn't that easy? So Nizbel too. In my opinion, a lot easier than the first Nizbel. The first Nizbel, you weren't quite as powerful. So what did we get? 880 experience points, 15 tech points, and a couple levels up. All right. All right. So now that is pretty cool. So let's take advantage of the save point now that we've defeated him. All right, and there we go. I saved over one of the files I didn't want to do, so I'm hoping that this particular take of this video turns out all right. So let's head on up to the next level. So we're moving along pretty swiftly in this particular dungeon. There is a little bit more to take care of, but thankfully not too much. Definitely some more annoying enemies to deal with. Got 2 more avian Rexes. Let's smash them. Alright, in that battle we actually learned another awesome dual tech between Chrono and Frog. It's called Spire. Combines Leap Slash and Lightning too. So I'll be showing that in a couple of battles from now. Let me just... I'm not going to even edit out this battle. This avian Rex is going to take about 2 seconds, but in a little bit you're going to get to see Spire, which is another one of my favorite techniques in the game. It's kind of cool to look at, but also does a lot of damage. Not quite as awesome as Volt Bite. That thing is just fantastic. But Spire is another really good triple tech. And once you learn the, it's going to be a little while, but once we learn the triple tech between these 3, known as 3D attack, that is one of my personal favorites. So this actually, that'll give you a save point. And what you actually want to do is you don't want to step on any of these buttons. You just want to go up and hit the X button. Because if you hit one of the buttons, pits appear and enemies appear. And you don't want either of those. So just hit this button right here. And perfect. So let's press on, shall we? So yeah, I could have shown you the traps, but I really didn't feel like it. Okay, so gonna fight a pterosaur. And I believe that after you fight this pterosaur, you have to fight another one consecutively. So I'll take care of these next few battles. Alright, so took care of those pterosaurs. One thing that should be mentioned, and I'm just gonna go back to heal up. Those pterosaurs, if you don't kill them quickly, they have a pretty nasty fireball counterattack, so definitely something to keep in mind. They're not really hard otherwise, but they can be a little bit tricky. Alright, so here's hoping I don't have to refight those battles now that I saved. I just thought of that. I just realized that after exiting a door, I might have to refight those battles against those stupid pterosaurs, but hopefully not. Nope, I guess not. Fantastic. I would have just had to add those out anyway, but it looks like, oop, there's Azala. There's our friend. The showdown, yep. Maybe he's the final boss. Would it be reptiles or you silly apes who end up ruling the world? Well, we already kind of know the answer to that, but yeah, kind of spoiled the ending there. Sorry, but Ayla's going to be right. Oh, we're going to fight Azala? Oh, what is that? Yes, we do. Oh, God. So, we have to fight some eerie growling thing and you? That doesn't sound like fun. At least it's got a fun little throne right here. It's like the Iron Throne, except actually better looking, not as scaly, not with all those stupid swords. So you got some meteors here and another Ceratopper, so let's put it on somebody else. It doesn't make that much of a difference in this upcoming battle, but it's always good to have. So, there we go. Woohoo! Ceratopper, fantastic. And so let us press on to see what could possibly be in the back. What is this scrowling thing that apparently Azala is good friends with? Either way, I don't trust it. If Azala is friends with him, I don't like it. Oh, God! That does not look fun. Red Star. Fall! Oh, wow. Okay, so is he, like... Must be praying to the Red Star. Interesting. Huh. I didn't know Azala had that kind of power. Fate to perish. Oh. Okay, well, I guess that Red Star is bad news, huh? Maybe it's Lavos. Black Tyranno. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Whoa, you're scary. By comparison, you're not Azala, I'm sorry. Alright, so now we get to fight. But once again, we get to hear the awesome music, the fierce battle music. And we get to fight Azala and the Tyranno. So this is definitely one of the more interesting battles you'll be fighting in this particular game. So now we get to show off Spire, which is pretty fun. Now the thing you have to understand is that right now, the Black Tyranno is pretty much invincible. Like, there's really not much you can do against the Black Tyranno. And Azala himself is actually fairly immune to, as you can see, physical attacks. But what you can do is use Spire, which is probably the best thing to use in this particular situation because it is a magical attack. And it does quite a bit of damage, as you'll see. And it looks kind of nice, too. So Leap Slash, stabs him in the face, lightning, ba-boom. So not bad. Not bad at all. So for now, what you want to do is you want to keep trying to attack Azala because he's going to keep throwing Mode 7 at you. Those stupid rocks, which is kind of annoying. So, yeah, for the time being, you really have to have a lot of patience in this battle because the Black Tyranno is essentially, yeah, you're not going to be able to do much to him right now. But never fear. Later on, you will be able to just beat the crap out of him. For now, though, Azala. He is your target. So, it's fairly straightforward, and oh my god, I hate it when he does that. He's going to eat you up, chew you up and spit you out just like that. So this is definitely a battle, too, where using Slurp Kiss is your friend. But what did Azala exactly mean when he was talking about the red star in our Doom? I mean, it must be like a meteoroid or something. But still, this is this is 65 million years ago. How can someone like Azala know exactly what's going to happen? How does he know that that red star is going to have an impact with Earth? But then again, I mean, this was prehistoric times, so a lot of people had crazy predictions about a lot of things. You know, a lot of people back then, for example, thought that the sun, in the real world anyways, was some kind of god flying across the sky. So people believe all sorts of crazy things, especially in 65 million BC. You know, they don't have any of the scientific analyses or techniques that we do nowadays. That was actually something I had to I had to tell my students, because I teach actually humanities class, and a lot of them really didn't understand the fact that we were studying some ancient cultures that they didn't have the technology to understand the processes of the world, and so a lot of them were kind of wondering, well, you know, why didn't they know what the stars did? And I was just like, well, they didn't have a telescope. All right, so now we got rid of Azala, but now we have to deal with the Black Tyranno. So now that his master's gone, you can, you know, just for fun, try to pick off a little bit of damage here and there, but you're gonna have to wait until he says that his defense has dropped. So best to just try to hold on until then. As you can see right now, unfortunately, Azala did use some HP down techniques, so there we go. Now when it says removes defense and is storing power, you want to go all out on this guy. You just want to go absolutely nuts. So anything that you can possibly do, bubble hit. The faster your meters fill up, the more you want to attack them. So bubble hit, falcon hit, spire, any of that. Use your dual techs. Just use them like crazy. I think that definitely helps. One of the other things you could have done, too, is have Marley in your party and have her use haste, but I find that this is a little bit more fun. Now, you want to make sure by the time you get to 1, by the time this meter goes to 1, that the one thing that you absolutely want to be sure of is that you have a decent amount of HP, because he's going to hit you with something fairly brutal. And later on, like, in this particular battle, it's not super imperative that you have those ruby vests, but later on you actually get what is known as the red mail. And there is a similar battle to this where if you don't have the red mail, you are absolutely dead. Like, you will not survive. It will do over 1,000 damage. So it's kind of a preview for later on. Something to keep in mind. I think that screaming technique does actually do an HP down. Is actually an HP down. It drains your HP. So just, you know, something to keep aware of. Nothing you have to worry about too much, but still. Yeah, so bubble hit's good. I'm probably going to use Spire the next chance I get. But you just want to make sure that you're... Yeah, because right after this, he is going to be using the technique that's going to hurt a lot. So better just use Spire. Perfect. So, okay. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt quite a bit. I'm trying to see if you actually have a Lapiz or something. Okay, I guess not. See, that definitely did do a lot of damage. It didn't hurt Frog quite as much. Oh, and this, unfortunately, is not going to hit quite as hard as it normally would. Because he doesn't put his defense back on, necessarily. But you still do about half damage. So, what you want to do is you want to wait for Slurp Kiss. That's the best way to do it. Just take care of that. And, then you can wait for him. You can just pretty much attack. I wouldn't use techniques when his defense is up. Because you will do some damage, but it's not really worth wasting the HP, or the MP, I should say, until his defense goes back down. So, or you can wait. You can do either one. It doesn't really matter too much. But he will do that, and that's kind of annoying. So, yeah, it takes off about half your HP. So, might as well just use a mid-tonic. There we go. Yeah, so just attack as you will. But like I said, would not start using techniques until his defense drops, and it will. It actually doesn't take that much time. But the Black Tyranno is, in my opinion, one of the more annoying bosses. He's not necessarily hard, but he does have things about him that do require patience. Kind of like with Magus. Although Magus is a little bit more of an exciting battle. So there we go. Alright, so now we're going to use Spire, because why not? And then have Ayla do her normal shenanigans. So, alright, perfect. Counterattack. And so if you keep this up, you should be able to defeat the Black Tyranno. He is not a big damage dealer for the most part. Yeah, Hekron is a tougher boss. Actually, the first Nizbel, I think, is a tougher boss, too. Out of the enemies we fought so far, I think that those two are, in my view, the most difficult. Also, Flea was pretty difficult as well. So, we have met some marginally challenging bosses in this game. None of the ones that I think that are super difficult. The next LP I'll be doing, and I'll be telling you about that game as we get closer and closer to the end of this game. That game will have very many hard bosses. So, if you stick with this channel, you'll get to see some challenging bosses, probably in some games that you might not have even known of, because I do have some obscure ones to be coming along the way. I should mention, of course, that for some LPers, it's kind of like almost a rite of passage to do something like, you know, Final Fantasy VII or another really popular RPG. I'm going to be very, very picky about which Final Fantasy games I decide to do. I will be doing some. I can tell you that, but I'm probably not going to be doing 8 or 7, as much as I love those games. Probably not going to be doing those. So let's try Falcon Hit. Let's see how this works. And then maybe Frog can sneak in a little hit from his Masamune. So Falcon Hit. Oh yeah, 804. Not bad at all. So you do have to prepare. And let's see if this kills him, because I feel like we're getting really close. There we go. Okay. Never mind. We're gonna have to survive this battle a little bit longer. Like I said, it does take some patience, but again, Frog is barely affected because he has the ruby vest on. I probably should have stocked some of those, but then again, I fight these bosses based on past knowledge, and from what I remember, I never really had that much trouble with this guy. There's a couple bosses later on where I will definitely advise to, you know, make sure you get the exact right preparations, but that isn't for a little bit. I was actually surprised that I managed to beat Magus in the first bout, because sometimes I have trouble with that guy. Good old Magus. Good old fake final boss, but again, I mean, how many of you guys were really fooled by that? Magus is the final boss. I just felt like the game wasn't quite long enough to justify an ending. Like, you know, if the game had ended there, I would have been disappointed. I really would have. Even if they had made the, like, battle with Magus more dramatic. You know, if he had multiple forms. Okay, so we got him. Yeah, even if he had multiple forms, I still wouldn't have been fooled by it. So, alright, we defeated the Black Tyranno, got a crap ton of EXP. So, we got you, Azala. Your Tyranno is dead. Haha! And there you are, lying on the ground. Oh, he's crawling. He's crawling. Apparently, yes, the apes have won. And the frog. Apes and the frog. Well, Frog will keep your memory. You know, he's a reptile too, or reptile, I should say. Ayla, you're empathizing with Azala. That's new. Uh-oh, what's that flash? Remember, red flashes in RPGs are never a good thing. Uh-oh, flames scorching the land. Ice Age, huh? Well, that is historically accurate in our universe. Maybe. Well, we do have the gate key, so we might be able to get out of here in time. Lavos. Ah! Huh. How does Ayla know about Lavos? We never really talked to her about him. Well, I guess, I don't know, maybe... It's possible that they'd been seeing Lavos come towards the Earth for a while, in the form of the Red Star, and they called it Lavos. So that might make sense. I mean, this is prehistoric times, and when you see stuff in the sky, ancient people did tend to name it. That's why we have the constellations and so forth. Oh, there it comes, and... Oh, it's entered our atmosphere. That's not good. So that very well could be Lavos, especially if Magus talked about him drifting in the heavens and coming down to Earth. I mean, this could be it, folks. Ah, Lavos. Big fire. Okay, well, I guess that's creative enough. So Ayla always knew about Lavos, huh? Uh-oh. There's Kino! He's doing something useful! I think. Where is he? He sent us some dactyls. Alright, there he is. Perfect. Yep. Come on, we gotta get out of here. Let's play the Lavos music. Yep, exactly. Ayla can recognize her musical cues. He was like, that music is not good. All right, Kino, come on with us. Are you gonna try to take him along with you? Oh man, Ayla, you're really missing this Azala guy, aren't you? All right, well, Azala's apparently taking his fate in. Sorry, Ayla. Yeah, but let's get out of here. Come on. Never forget. Never surrender. What about the future? Yeah, what about the future? Ayla's read my mind. Yeah, well, we already knew that we don't have any future, but you still have at least, 2,300 years or whatever. 6.5 point. I don't want to. Math was never my strong suit, but you still got some time. Even if Lavos has officially destroyed the Chrono layer, it looks like. Well, that's where it hit anyway. Okay, black screen. Are we all dead? Oh my god, it's the dishwasher sound again. That means Lavos is here. When you hear that music, and when you hear dishwashers, you know that Lavos is here. Okay. There's the cliffs of craziness right there. Cliffs of insanity. Hopefully somebody understands that movie reference. If not, okay, well, actually, if not, I just feel bad for you. Uh-huh. Well, yeah, okay, so Lavos showed up a long time ago. Interesting. I guess that means you're probably not as mad at Magus anymore, are you, Frog? Oh, look, we're all a bunch of... We're little tiny stars. Yeah. Yeah, Lavos is pretty big. That's supposed to be Crono. Oh, that's funny. So apparently we're going to try to fight Lavos. Yeah. All right. Good thinking, Frog. Let's go kill it now. All right. Interesting. Well, it seems that we've uncovered the mystery of where Lavos comes from. So, are we going to take him down? I think it's time that we fight the big bad himself, Lavos. Don't fight the middleman. Fight the actual creature. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Benjinators Let's Play Chrono Trigger. And I'll see you guys next time.